The floor is yours.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm kidding.
no.
Actually, I'll ask you some questions.
Yes, that's better.
So, I was wondering what was his childhood like?
Charles was a very busy, happy kid. He was fearless, and he's always ready to go and do things. And it seemed to be, for some reason, that he was the leader of the gang. Because I can recall taking him into school, the grade school, and into a classroom, and everybody stopped and turned around and looked at him. Like, well, here comes the prince. And early on, we lived at and he went to school in a rural elementary school, and he became pretty much of a leader among kids at the grade school in sports. The PE instructors used to look at him to kind of line the kids up and that sort of thing. But he was never a boisterous or outgoing kid, willing to go and do whatever. Just a pleasure to have around.
So, since you said he was pretty popular, did that reflect in a good way or a bad way?
Oh yeah.
In a good way?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was sort of interesting, and I think he picked this thing up from his sisters, but he had a pretty strong sense of right and wrong, what was fair, and get irritated if things weren't the way they were supposed to be.
So, as he got older, did anything stand out about him? Any stories you want to?
Well, but about the time he finished high school, because of family situation, he was kind of at loose ends, had an undeterminate future. And we talked about it a little bit when he came out after he graduated from high school. He wanted to be a mechanic, he thought. And I said, well, we have a good vocational program nearby. Let's go take a look. So we went to Green River, and he got enrolled in their automotive technology program, got his associate degree, and it's sort of interesting in that the beginning class was closed, but they had spaces in the advanced class, so they accepted him into the automotive shop program before he did his schoolwork. but he did well. He buckled down and was serious about what he did. He said later he probably could have gotten better grades, and I agreed, but he was doing better than the average bear, so there was really no need to push him, you know. Now he was a good go-along guy. He used to come to me as in school, particularly grade school, if he was dealing with something he didn't understand. Sometimes I think he was just fooling around using my time, but he used to come in and ask for help on some problems or other, but never a big pest, and never what am I trying to say? Never exploited the rules. You might push him a little bit, but he wasn't a bad guy.
Okay. As he grew up, after he got out of college and everything, anything you notice about him as he started to fully mature?
He got himself a job down here in Auburn while he was in school, and he stayed there after he graduated for a while, and then he got he connected with the garage owner not too far from where you guys live now, Greg Pessimer. And I remember him telling me that he was going to go down there, and I said, yeah, okay. Anyhow, he comes home one day, or he says, well, he says, I swept the garage 3 or 4 times, and he finally decided that I was going to go home because he didn't have any work for me. Well, how many guys do you know would be willing to not lay around and wait until the boss told him to go away? The money wasn't important. He wanted work. And that's kind of the way he was.